All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich Celenza. Thanks for checking out my channel. So today's video, what I want to talk about is stop being a victim when it comes to working out. That goes for working out with weights. That could be doing anything athletic. And I think what happens with a lot of people is they start to feel sorry for themselves because they don't get the results that they thought they were going to get. So they quit, or they start judging themselves compared to what other people are doing, or again, the results they're getting and the person working out isn't getting. So I'm here to tell you, you got to quit all the bullshit with that and realize you are your own individual person. And the only results you're truly going to get when it comes to working out is what you put into it. And also not getting distracted with what everyone else is doing. All right, so hold on one second here. Yeah, so getting back to being a victim, here's the thing. And I've seen this my entire life because I played sports my entire life like a lot of other people. And, you know, I get a lot of people excel a lot quicker than others in many different things in life, right? But when it comes to things physical, a lot of times people, and I understand, judge themselves compared to who they were surrounded by. That could be growing up, that could be now. So if you weren't that athletic in your past, or if you were last to be picked on a team, if you were the weaker one, the heavier set one, whatever the case may be, you kind of drag that into your life in your future, or you just keep thinking about those type of things. And I'm here to tell you, for one, let the past be the past. I'm telling you, when it comes to working out. The other thing is, you have to realize, for you to evolve, you have to change the mindset and stop looking at yourself as not being strong. I don't care what type of condition you're in either. You have got to get over that first to move forward. You are not a weak person. You're strong. You have a lot of strengths. I do a lot of videos on this. I've had them where you don't even realize all your strengths. I've done all these different types of videos on where I'm trying to help people realize how many gifts they were given physically, but they never discovered them. That's been my new thing lately. But you have to understand, if you feel weak in your mind, you're going to feel weak in your body. So you have to change the mindset. It starts with your brain, the way you look at yourself. You need to evolve into what works best for you. Talk about it all the time. We all have different genetics, right? We're going to evolve differently. Some takes a lot longer time than others. Especially when you talk about losing weight, and I've said this many times before, we all live different lives. So again, stop comparing yourself to others, stop being a victim, and start concentrating on doing what you want to do. And again, a lot of times you are going to have a lot of mishaps. You're going to fail way more than you're going to actually get gains. And that's a good thing I talk about too, because that means you're pushing yourself. And here's the thing, even regarding athletics that I grew up, going through, I played a lot of sports when I was younger and I excelled. And then in junior high, I was very good, even in high school. But then I graduated high school at about 135 pounds. Even though I wanted to be a professional athlete when I got older, I couldn't be further from that. And I realized, one, I was too small. I was only 135 pounds. So for the most part, I wanted to play football, for instance. That was not happening. At least it wasn't happening for me, and I realized that. But what happened to me in the future was quite interesting, is I always worked out. I wanted to be big and strong. I was only like 5'6", 5'5", 138 pounds. Then at 19 years old, I had this big growth spurt for me. I'm 5'10", then all of a sudden I'm 220 pounds. If I would have quit back then, when I was basically a senior in high school, and said, you know what, this is it for me. I'm probably not going to get any bigger. I'm not going to get any stronger. I mean, maybe I would have grew taller, but I definitely would have never known the potential I had as far as strength went, or getting in the type of shape that I wanted to like really get into. I didn't even know that was possible. But what I realized is it takes time to do those type of things. You can't sit there and be a victim and say, oh my God, I'm not big enough right now. I'm not strong enough right now. I didn't lose enough weight, this week or this month or this year, all those type of things. You've got to get the victim mindset out of your brain and look at a long-term plan. It's long-term working out, and that could go for mastering anything. I don't care if you want to do a triathlon. I don't care if you want to do a marathon. I don't care if you want to become a yoga instructor. That stuff doesn't happen overnight, right? Just getting in shape in general is a long-term game, and I don't think people really realize that. So they peter out, I guess you could say, a lot of times before they reach their full potential. So that's really what I wanted to get on, get this video going on, is stop being a victim. And here's the thing too, when you quit on yourself, I mean, you're the one who really is the only one who has to deal with that. I think sometimes we think, I'm just gonna quit and show everybody that this is how I am and this is how it is and blah, 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 when you really don't feel that way. You really don't wanna quit. But it's gonna take a lot of time and effort to move forward. Again, good days, good months, bad months. I talk about them all the time. So please take your time. Even when you may need some time off from the gym, or you just may not be doing the right thing, playing the right sport, or at the right gym, or whatever the case may be, but stop being a victim and also stop blaming what your surroundings are a lot of times. A lot of times it's not your surroundings, it's you. You just have something in your mind that keeps blocking you from getting to your true potential. A lot of it, from what I've seen, is like I discussed earlier, it's their past. They keep thinking about what people would call them names, or they always thought they were whatever they were back then. You have to look again to the future. Don't worry about that shit. You'd be shocked at what you can do physically if you take the time to do it and learn how to do it correctly and learn what works for you. You've seen this on many YouTube channels, television, movies. People, a lot of times we watch people and we're like, that's amazing. And I can assure you, a lot of them didn't believe that they can even do what they ended up doing, but they discovered one thing inside of them that they just had to do it. Before you know it, you're something that started off very small has evolved into something incredible. So anyways, I'm going to wrap it up there. If you get a chance, you might want to check out my podcast, The Rich Celenza Show. WTF are you talking about? I'm also on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And again, stop being the victim. I'm telling you, no one gives a shit. Kick yourself in the ass. And just because you have bad times, don't think. Almost everybody in the world's having bad times. They're having bad workouts. They want to quit sometimes working out. They feel too heavy. They feel too thin. They feel a lot of the way you feel, but they learned how to get through it. And you can get through it too. All right? All right. Take care, and if you get a chance, subscribe.